Morning, everyone. Thanks for letting me join you from a quiet playroom yesterday evening. Good morning. Sorry I can't be with you in person, but I prepared a thankfulness activity to do with you, so I'd still like to do that. And I was thinking about how it was Singing Sunday. And have you done that yet? Have you sung together? I hope you really enjoyed it. As tentative or as limited as it might have been with masks and screens, it's a really, really good thing, something to celebrate the fact that we can all sing together again. And there's so many benefits to that, isn't there? There's the increasing connection, there's building community, there's increasing a sense of belonging, not to mention the joy that it brings. And loads of health benefits too. I looked some up: improving mood, lowering stress, stimulating an immune response, improving snoring. Good one. So yeah, singing is a gift. And it made me also think that in this period of time, as limited as we have been, God's song hasn't stopped, and that he is always singing over us. And I recalled the Zephaniah verse 3:18, he'll rejoice over you with singing, and in the Message, he'll calm you with his love and delight you with his songs. How comforting. He'll calm you with his love and delight you with his songs. And I just thought how wonderful, like, just to stop and consider how God's not stopped singing over us. And in many ways, maybe his song has been louder. And God's song is always going to bend towards justice and mercy in that arc, isn't it? So perhaps his song this year, Louder, has been for us to think about other people's songs and how we're enabling them to sing their songs. And as we let the beautiful, truthful news of God's love and tender love and infinite love sink into our hearts, then we can't help but be moved for the sake of the world and for the sake of other people being given space for their song to be heard. So his banner over us is love, and it's always singing over us. So I'd like to introduce you to a song to listen to and to watch. I've put some words over the song that I'd like you to kind of soak in, contemplate, scribble down if you want to, use it as inspiration for some art or a doodle or a chat with your family or whoever you're with. Some words that you could speak over yourself, but really it's just a really gorgeous song to remind us how God is always singing over us. And it was written in the context of the writer adopting a daughter and seeing the impact that that had on her identity. So it's just a really lovely reminder. Perhaps we could just share it together and talk about it wherever you are. And as we let songs expand our lungs, let's soak in this song and let God expand our hearts.
The day I went to court to sign the papers to adopt my 7-year-old daughter, you could see the change in her almost immediately. It was clear that her world became that little bit more focused, and her new last name sealed her identity. She didn't have to battle with the feelings of uncertainty or not quite knowing who she really was anymore. It felt like home. It felt safe.
You're giving me a new name. You set me in a family. You pull me out of my pain. You're never walking out on me. You've given me a new name. You told me that you loved me. You set me in a safe place where you are my security. And you're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. A song of love. Yes, you are, Lord. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing And this is my new name. This is where you brought me. I'm living in a wild place where you're making me a masterpiece. And you're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. A song of love. I'm gonna sing it out. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. A song of love. And this is my story. This is my song. This is my perfect Father's love. This is my story. This is my song. This is my perfect Father's love. This is my story. This is my song. This is my perfect Father's love. This is my story. This is my song. This is my perfect Father's love. Thank you for my new name. A love that gave it all for me. And you're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. The song of love today. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. The song of love. And this is our story. This is our song. This is our perfect Father's love. This is our story. This is our song. This is our perfect Father's love. This is our story. This is our song. This is our perfect Father's love. This is our story. This is our song. This is our perfect Father's love. And you're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. The song of love. You're singing over me. You're singing over me. You're singing.